I took a bit of a break from doing my regular uploads. I think I'm going to keep doing this. This is going to be a feature of my life, doing regular YouTube uploads and just talking about where I'm at and what's happening. I had a wonderful day. Had my best friend Joe come to the house and we swam and I got sushi and we hung out. I got to meet his daughter and he's got a son Evan who's 7. Such a terrible friend. I always forget how old his son is, but his son is 7. He'll be 8 soon, and they've had twins, a fraternal twins, a little boy and a little girl, who are I think 5 or 6 months old. They're still brand new, so cute, most amazing, wonderful, and I'm so happy for him, and he so deserves happiness. And I don't get to see my friend Joe because he lives. I live in Cape Town, South Africa, and he lives in Pretoria most of the year. And he works terribly hard, and I work terribly hard. We both have families. I met Joe when I was 11 and he was 10. I was starting at a new school. I was at the school across the road from me called Michael Oak, and well, I'm autistic. I've got autism, and I wasn't coping at the school, as it turns out. So yeah, the decision was made for me to change schools and go to a school called St. George's Grammar School, which was had a remedial and therapeutic division or section where I could slot in, and I had this most amazing teacher, Jane Wood, who helped bring me out of my shell, teach me how to read and write. I couldn't read and write yet. Okay, but the school I was at, Michael Oak, they didn't do reading and writing, or if they tried, they weren't very good at it. So there were other factors as to why we changed schools, not just the fact that I'm autism and I had developmental issues. But Joe, on my first day, I sat in the entrance hall at St. George's. I can remember it like it was yesterday. I sat in the entrance hall, and there was a long train of, it was my first day I was dropped there. I had a school uniform. I'd come from a school that didn't have uniforms. You could wear whatever you want. So my parents had bought me a school uniform. I was dressed in my school uniform. I had my bags, my books, everything. And I was sitting there holding my bags, terrified, didn't know anyone. And one kid after another walked past, one, two, three, and Joe was the only one who stopped and turned around and said hello. And this is before we were even friends. So he turned around and said hello, hi, what's your name? Nice to meet you. My name's Joe. And I was like, hi, I'm Dave. I'm brand new. We weren't even in the same class. He was in the advanced class with Jenny Mallet, and I was in Jane Wood's class, the remedial class. And that just very kind, sweet act is the first time I met Joe. And it's very touching. I always think about that when I'm with him. And then we just were at the same school, hanging out, doing stuff, occasionally touching base, seeing each other, going on camps, chatting. We seemed to hit it off and like each other, but we weren't really friends yet. We were just at the same school, surviving primary school. And then it just so happened that both our parents, my parents and his parents, uh, signed up or applied for a school called Westerford High School, which is a very prestigious, very top echelon, amazing school. You don't get into that school, and right now they have like 5,000 applicants, and they only allow maybe 60 kids in per grade, maybe a little bit more, but who knows. We both ended up at Westerford together, and there at Westerford we developed a proper, real friendship. And I'm 45 now, so if I met him when I was 11, that's 34 years ago. 34 years ago. I've known him, I knew him longer than I knew my dad. I only knew my dad for 14 years before he died. And yeah, I love that man. He's like my brother. I don't have any family in Cape Town except my wife and my 2 kids. And it's just a wonderful, amazing, special day to spend with him today, and I'll remember it for the rest of my life. Swimming, playing with water balloons, meeting his kids when they were this age. We ate sushi. I got sushi, and yeah, gonna feel very grateful for that. The wife did have a little. Doesn't matter. It's not. there was somebody, one of my guys, one of my staff had a little prang with. People are always having accidents in my vehicles. Beginning of this year, I owned 7 vehicles. I had 3 luxury vehicles: a BMW, an Audi, a Mini Cooper, or my wife's Mini Cooper, which I helped her purchase, and then I have 4 plumbing vans. We had to let go of the 3 luxury vehicles: the Mini Cooper, the BMW, and the Audi TT are gone. Don't have those anymore, and the plumbing vans are all covered in dents and scratches and dings and knocks from other people. I've also had a couple of accidents in vehicles. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I misjudge things. I turn too sharp or too short and I hit a corner, or I get stuck, especially with a big van, getting it in and out of places. And but yeah, so the vehicles all look terrible. They're still all beat up, scratched. But you know, that's not what's important in life. You might think things are more important than memories, but quality time and love and memories and special moments with people are more important, and they've stayed with me my entire life, and they've had such an impact on my life. And cars and vehicles, they come and go. They just come and go, and there's always another. And I've got insurance for vehicles, so I can, if there's one of my guys reversed my Ford Bantam into something twice in a few days, and really stuffed up the back and the lights. And the other plumbing vans, they've hit. I don't know. People reversing is an issue apparently. So, and you know what? As long as they drive from A to B, and I've got insurance if there's anything that makes it non-roadworthy, and who really gives a damn in the end? The most important thing for me is that I'm a good dad, a good husband. I can provide for my family, and they're not really assets, vehicles. So there was a time when I love cars. I really love cars. I'm a car guy. I'm a car person. I love vehicles, and I love the driving experience, and I love a new car that's perfect with no scratches or dents. But I've made the decision and learned over time, get something cheap and affordable that's already lost most of its value and that's full of dents and scratches, not perfect. So I don't walk around checking everything out, because it's not a good investment to buy something overpriced, and it's also not a good idea to buy something that's beautiful and brand new and perfect. I learned that when I got the Bantam totally resprayed and all the panels redone, and then the first week it came back, one of my guys wrapped it around a pole and the whole left door was bent in and disfigured, and I thought, for fuck's sake, like, now I've gone and spent all this money, like 30,000 rand, fixing this vehicle to make it look respectable, and the first thing that happens is somebody goes and smashes it. Yeah, not great. Wasn't impressed, and then I had to get that fixed, but luckily the insurance paid for that. But still, it was the excess, and I'm too soft and too nice and too much of a pushover to ever ask my guys to pay the excess on a vehicle. So I said, if I repair a vehicle, I always take the hit, and yeah. So it's part of the reason why I want to do this YouTube thing is no staff, unless I get an editor. And I start doing some cool videos and editing them together and getting help with that, because I don't see myself really getting too interested in doing my own editing. But yeah, it's all about perspective. I live my life motivated by love. So I do everything out of love for and concern and care for people, a small group of people, and wanting to make sure everyone's okay. And with that comes having a thick skin, and when somebody has an accident, make sure that they're okay, not worry too much about the vehicle, worry if they're okay, and then giving them another chance, not losing faith in somebody because they've made a mistake. and that's a decision. Yeah, decision to give people second, third, fourth, fifth, depending who they are. Um, not a tenant who's staying with me and paying rent. That's a different story. Or not a brand new employee who's under in probation. No. Or a woman that gave me a flyer at the Robot to clean houses and then she's got a bad attitude. No, they're having a party next door. So I'm gonna start uploading again, and not sure what this channel is going to even be about. I was very unhappy and sad and missing my mom the past week and a half, because and my family overseas. I felt very surprisingly felt very sad, and yeah, just it's terrible. And I think part of that is also just a very productive, busy, successful year where I'm burnt out and tired. So I deserve a bit of a break. And I could have posted about all that and kept these memories for myself to look back at, or just to put it out in the nether, or just to be able to vent. It's talking to the camera like this, it's almost like I have a friend. And today, having my friend Joe over and swimming together and eating awesome food and just hearing about his life and seeing him holding his baby and kissing it and being loving, oh, it's wonderful. Yeah. Can never, you can't put a price on that kind of life experience. What I'm finding now at this age is I know the moments when I'm in a moment and I think this is a moment I'm going to treasure for the rest of my life, or this is a moment in time that will never repeat itself. This will never be able to go back. You know, they're swimming now too next door. Okay, well, good for them. They're having fun. It's nice to hear this neighborhood. You can often hear people laughing and playing, and there's a school, and I can hear the people from the school, and that gives me a lot of comfort. It makes me feel interconnected in a network as well. That I'm not isolated and all alone. Yeah, it helps with the feelings and sadnesses and whatever's. So anyway, but I'm going to start uploading again. I would love to start reading my dad's stories and uploading that and putting that into a playlist. Was supposed to be doing all these things, and then kind of just didn't feel up to it the last 2 weeks, missing mom and even missing my brothers and cousins, and just family, having a close-knit family around me of kind, supportive, good people who say kind things and who just want to be with me and who are kind to me. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. If I could be responsible and good this year, then maybe I'll be able to afford. Like Joe invited me, he's going on a posting. He works for Foreign Affairs. He's going on a posting overseas, and he's invited me to go fly over. He's leaving on the 8th of January. Can you believe it? With three young children and a wife. Good on him. That's bravery. That's real courage. That's immense bravery and courage. I don't know if I would be that brave and courageous. And I'm going to miss him terribly, and I always miss him terribly because he doesn't live here. But he has invited me to go visit him, and maybe if I am really responsible and dedicated and focused and healthy, maybe it's a possibility that I can actually go and visit my friend in overseas and experience another new country I've never been to. I think it's Prague, so Eastern Europe, and yeah. Anyway, so I just thought put up a video and break the ice. I guess part of feeling sad and depressed is thinking, what's the point? Nobody wants to hear my story. Why should I bother? Don't bother doing it. It'll never work. You'll never be as clever, funny, or cool as all the other people on YouTube. You won't have all those funky, quirky skits that they do. How will I ever be able to do reaction videos? I would love to do what Asmongold does, do reaction videos where I watch things and comment on them. And yeah, I'd love to watch movies and comment on the movies. I don't know if you want to do that because they might think you're spoiling the movie, but maybe it's a movie that's been watched many times. Yeah. Anyway, so it's me breaking the ice. I'm going to keep doing this. I went from 15 subscribers. I think I had 15. I had 12. I think I had 12 or 15 up to 49 subscribers now. My kids, my daughter had something like 8 subscribers now. She's on 472. I don't know how that's even possible. She's only posted like 3 videos or 4 videos or something. And she's 9. I mean, it's crazy. She obviously just knows what kids like. My daughter Megan, she posted something about kittens and quirky animation with kittens, and on it said, please subscribe, please like and subscribe, please like and subscribe. And then, wow, she got like 200 subscribers, like in one night. Amazing. And my son, he's almost 600 subscribers. He started at 25. And then he started really pumping the videos out, and he's now 600 subscribers. So, and that's in a month. In the month that I went from 15 to 47, my daughter went from 8 to 472, and my son went from 25 to 600 subscribers. So they obviously, I should get them to coach me how to do it. But my YouTube channel is more for myself and maybe for them in the future. And they can look back and say, that's my dad. I remember my dad. Wow, look how young he was. Who knows? But also for me, maybe when I get old and become a fuddy-duddy, I want to be able to look back and go, oh, remember that. Oh, yes, remember that. And just talk about things. There's so many memories that I would love to share. Maybe it's like when I write lists. The reason I write lists as an autistic person is because otherwise I obsess about not forgetting certain things. I mustn't forget bread. I mustn't forget draw money for the mail. I mustn't forget dog food. I mustn't forget petrol. I mustn't forget to stop there and drop this and sign that. Write the list and I can let it go, and I have the list on me everywhere I go, and I tick things off. And I get also a sense of achievement from signing off everything on the list. There's the anxiety drops. And maybe this as well, sharing the memories and having them recorded means that I can kind of let go of some of the emotional energy attached to those memories and feelings. Hopefully, we'll see how we go. But anyway, yeah, starting this again, gonna keep doing this. Might not do a video every single day, but gonna just when I have the moment, when I have the energy and motivation, or if I'm feeling anxious or whatever, having a good day, it'd be nice to also post when I'm feeling happy and good. And I do notice that I'm much more relaxed and calm in front of the camera. It's quite routine, and it's no big deal anymore. Whereas before I was very anxious, uncomfortable, awkward in front of the camera. Now I don't really give a damn because I've got so many videos. It's like, pick one. This one can't be nearly as bad as the first couple. So anyway, that's that. Today's the 30th of December 2025. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. And I burnt all the skin off my arm on New Year's Eve. And we were rushing me to the hospital a couple of years ago. So I'm not going to do that tomorrow. I'm not working on solar. I'm not putting myself in any sort of risk. That was 10 years ago, maybe 11. I've come a long way since then. I own property, own more vehicles than I did then, and I'm better at running a company, better at having staff, and I managed to pay school fees in all those years and put food on the table, so I can't be doing too badly. Anyway, yeah. So, and my dad. The other thing, the reason I went quiet over Christmas is my dad died when I was 14 on Christmas, the eve of Christmas Eve. Eve of Christmas Eve. So, eve of Christmas Eve is always a sad time remembering my dad who died. He had a heart attack. And I was alone with him when he died. And it was very traumatic and heartbreaking. And also, it's a reminder this Christmas that my mom isn't alive anymore. She's not around, and I don't go and visit her. And I'm in her house, the family home. I'm in her. So I have constant memories of my dad and my mom and my brother and my family and everyone. And it puts a lot of pressure on me, and also it's a constant emotional toll. So yeah, hectic. Um, Today was a good day. I'd say I'm feeling 8 out of 10. Have been feeling 3 out of 10, which is not great. Not sure how to resolve that, but I think being productive helps. Posting on YouTube helps. I went for a swim in the pool, which I've been maintaining, taking good care of. That helped. And just also, not one of my fish died. That's always terrible. One of the big fish, big goldfish. So, name was I can't remember what her name was. Jeez. Anyway, my wife knows, and I've got it on a board. One of the original fish I bought 2 years ago when I started my hobby of taking care of fish. So that was sad. I thought she was pregnant, swimming a bit funny, and the next thing she died. The fish. I don't know why fish just die. Yeah, I could have filmed that and spoken to you guys about it, but yeah, didn't think about it. Missed opportunity maybe, and also not. It's a bit macabre, a bit morbid. You don't really want to be seeing videos of dead fish floating. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway,